Malloy, and I'm from Tullamore, County Offaly. I'm farming 36 hectares part-time with my dad Eddie, and this consists of 20 acres of grass for the cattle, 32 acres for hay and 38 acres of spring and winter barley. The cows are all mainly continental crosses and they're bred to limousine and simmental bulls. The calves are sold as weanlings in October, November, and I have a huge interest in breeding, so we breed all our own replacements and use 100% AI in the farm.
Aisling, I suppose things are a bit uncertain in the beef industry at the moment. What do you see as the big challenges in the few years ahead?
To a certain extent, there's only so much you can control outside the farm gate, so improving efficiency on the farm will definitely be a big one. I worked in South Dakota last year, and I suppose I saw the difference between them. They didn't have single farm payment to rely on, so I think a move away from that, where you're improving your output from the farm the whole time and doing it at the lowest possible cost, is the best way of doing that. And after that, the other factors are outside the farm gate and there's nothing that you have control over.
Okay, so focus what's inside the gate, getting the potential from our asset.
Exactly.
Alan Kehoe from County Wexford. I currently have a farm of about 54 hectares, rearing 120 calves. Half of them are done before Christmas and half of them are done after Christmas. My system at the moment is purely Frisian bulls. They're all brought through to beef. I aim for a 24-month. The autumn calves, as I call them, are killed off of grass. The spring ones are brought through the winter and killed in around March.
Okay, Alan, plan for the next few years. Can you push it further, or do you want to push it further?
Yeah, I certainly do. My livestock unit, or my stocking rate at the moment is about 1.4. I want to get well up into the 2s and 2.1s. As I said, we have 120 calves at the moment. Hopefully, with sheds being built, I hope to have about 180 calves in 3 different bunches before Christmas, a spring, and maybe a late spring. It also allows to get a bit more cash flow into the farm.
Yeah, important.
And that's the idea. Reseeding is another huge plan, and building sheds is a huge thing for me. I'm currently renting sheds, so to try to get everything back home is important to me.
So you see a future in it and you're driving towards it?
Yeah, I do. I honestly wouldn't be doing it if I didn't see a future in it. I have no shame in saying that at the moment. It doesn't always come out the right way, but hopefully with all these small things it will go the right way.
Darragh Walton's my name, farming in New Callan, Kilkenny. We have a suckler to store system, roughly 60 cows, and run a calf to beef system, a dairy bred calf, around 45 to 50, farming 140 acres, 110 acres solely for grazing, with 30 acres for tree cut silage.
So Darragh, we're in an uncertain time in terms of the beef industry. What's the challenges you see in the near future?
I suppose maybe one of the biggest things for me is the increase in the dairy industry and a lot of dairy bred bull calves coming on the stream. We have a lot of lower spec, cheaper cattle there, and maybe it will influence a little bit on the continental price, and that the factories will have plenty of cattle to kill. So, you know, it's something that would worry me a little bit, alright, yeah. I can do nothing about price. It's only a matter of me controlling what I can inside the gate and you know, keeping things tight. And after that, then we just have to let the gods look after it.
Okay. Kieran Henry here from Tumacurry in County Sligo, married to my wife Caroline. 2 kids, Katie and Rian, aged 9 and 7. Farming partnership with my wife. We took over the farm from her father in 2011. We were a young trained farmer, and we have a herd of Pedigree limousine cows. We have about 35 cows in the autumn. The bulls are marketed towards commercial farmers for breeding. We focus on the maternal traits.
Okay, Kieran, plan for the next few years?
Plan for the next few years is to develop the herd on a bit further, maintain the pedigree cattle at around 30-35, keep the pedigree side of things focused on the maternal replacement index with the way the Eurostars and that is progressing. We're hoping to establish a 30 cow commercial spring calving herd then. We're currently contract rearing as well, so the contract rearing is going well. That's being done on an out farm, and we're hoping to expand numbers on that into next year.
Paul Duggan from Portlaw, County Waterford. We're suckler farmers down County Waterford, and we keep 145 sucklers, 85 of which calf in the springtime and 60 in the autumn. They're all in calf to Belgian Blue Bulls, heifers put on calf to limousines. Cows are mainly limousine cross, British Frisian cows. We're starting to keep second cross cows at the moment. Most of the calves are exported to the Italian market. Whatever's not then is sold for the home market, roughly 10 months or so, around that age. Put a lot of emphasis into grassland management. The paddock system open operating with a long time, and seems to be working out fairly well so far.
Paul, what's the plan on the farm for the next few years?
Next few years, we plan and received and granted for a new slatted unit there, a 6-man slatted shed, so probably be next year before that'll be started. And we're going to increase the roadways again, and it's an outside block of ground we have, try and get them in open and running.
Okay, so you see a future in it, you're expanding numbers?
Yeah, not expanding too much more than we are already, but it seems to be working and it fits in, so definitely stay where we're at, if not expanding anyway.
Okay. Paul, challenges on the horizon for Irish beef farmers?
Sure. The main challenge is at home inside your own gate, which is keep the costs down, keep the production up as much as you can. The outside we can't do a whole lot about it, but your beef price is a major problem. Unless that comes up, it's not going to be sustainable.
Okay.